Okay. Hello everyone, this is the letter. I found this game in the PlayStation discounts for Halloween, and apparently your discretion applies warning because it appeared when it was loading up, because it has like strong things like I want to say like that. My God, my mind doesn't want to think in English. Strong viewer content, like all of them. But this is like a horror game. I was expecting that. I did enter into the options because my mind went pressed the square and no, I don't want to see the credits. I did change a little bit. The music should be down, at least more than I usually have it because it sounded loud, and difficulty. Because if I can find it easy, I would play it easy. Oh no! Oh shit! That was scared me. So prologue. It's like a visual novel, so it's a lot of reading. The Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. And what I'm thinking is, I want to build it in The Sims. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague, like they always happened. The riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. Did she die tragically? Because it's either plague or dying tragically. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. It's old enough. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, see, tragic, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that is when it began. Well, I didn't change the sound effects because, horror. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly, like Lady Charlotte. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again, like it always happens. Oh, so now we have more ghosts. Nice. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. And for 400 years, looking like that, I would buy it. I would be that that horror character that would go like 400 years looking like that. It's cheap. I'll buy it. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. Wait, it has owners. Do they live there? Does it look like that when people are living there? Because that way, nah, I wouldn't buy it then. With little regard for the truth, they had Raya Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. So no, they're not. They're like, yeah, we own it. It's not haunted, but you know what? Let's sell it because. Little Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the course. Am I the realtor? Am I the realtor? Good luck. I am the fucking realtor, aren't I? Isabella. Wait, did my parents bought the house?
Hello?
Incoming call
Isabella?
from
Are you
Rose.
there? Where are you?
I'm looking at the poster of Career Day. It looks like a serial killer. Noisy Muska. I just like the cleaners. G.A. Blow. A familiar jittery voice comes from the other end. Sorry, Rose.
Hey, Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised.
I am the fucking realtor. Wow.
Oh my God, please don't tell me you forgot. You you were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You
Or
chickened
maybe.
out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes
Wait.
my breath away.
What? Then why the fuck are you scared, Rose?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all.
I'm just not entering, even though I want to live in this place. Because, I mean, we are a team. We are a team. And if I move to live here, you will move to live here
And
with
even if
me.
they are, which they are not, they're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
What happened the last time? We don't talk about the last time,
And I
Isabella.
think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
Just like I felt it when I sat on that
That
sofa
was
and it was
one
there.
time, Isabella. Loosen up.
It happens. People die inside
Wait,
the
just get
couch.
here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
She hangs up before I can respond. Rose, still charming as
Who was
ever.
that?
I look up from my phone to see Rebecca. Becca giving me a questioning look. Oh, she has an alias and everything. She's the
Oh,
killer.
that? It's just Rose.
Rose? The one you said who trained you for your job back when you started? You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations.
After that, the promotion is mine, bitch.
Today is sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about? Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her.
And it's a job, Becca. This is a job. We need to go to scary places and not so scary places and apartments with people left in the sofa.
And besides, a job is a job.
See?
Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
I mean, really, what are you going to do? You need to sacrifice for a job, Becca. As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle. This is why you're gonna get fired,
What's so
Becca.
funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character.
Am I a lazy employee?
I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all.
Job, Becca.
I honestly thought
Job.
you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it.
I get paid when I sell houses, Becca. This is our job. We need to do
Plus,
it.
listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus.
Creepy house bonus. Woohoo!
They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier.
I didn't know they had a creepy bonus. I mean,
They're
really.
desperate. I'm desperate. It's perfect.
A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me or Ashton.
Then why the fuck are you working, Becca? And who is Ashton?
We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
Of course, you can just give me money. It would have been so much better if you said you were going to give it to me. I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
Becca.
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
How do you know that? Maybe I like instant noodles. She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers. Why am I in a school if I am the realtor?
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
Is Becca my teacher? Am I an employed teenager?
You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
I like noodles, Becca. I eat other things too. You're not my mom. You know what? You're not. I got a trophy. Make your first decision. Nice. Because I'm an adult. I press my lips together and roll my eyes at her. I'm not entirely sure how I should feel whenever she goes on her mother hen mode. She means well. I'm glad someone's looking out for me, especially with my family living on the other side of the globe. But Becca's bossy attitude can be such a pain at times. I'm all alone. She's more overbearing than Mama, and that already says a lot.
You're not my mom.
I didn't say I am.
Nope, but you're acting like one. You don't need to boss me around all the time.
She gives me a completely unimpressed look. Immediately, I brace myself for another round of reprimands from her.
I'm not bossing you around. I'm just telling you to at least mind what you're eating.
And I'm telling
Remember
you,
what
I like
happened
noodles.
last year? You ended up bedridden for 2 weeks after eating something bad. And I ended up having to listen to you cry about how those absences would take a huge chunk out of your paycheck.
We went to
Do
a
you want
fast
that
food
to happen
restaurant.
again?
No, Mom.
No. Only a loud, frustrated sigh comes from her while she pinches the bridge of her nose, likely to help ease a headache starting to form. I bite my lip to keep myself from laughing out loud at the image she makes, expecting her to say more. Oh my God, I'm having fun at this. But when at last she looks up, she's simply carrying a resigned expression on
I'm
her face.
serious.
Not my mom, Rebecca.
Maria Isabella Grace.
Maria Isabella Grace. Why does my last name doesn't fit? Maria Isabella Grace. Who is my dad? I shut my mouth after that. Although I know he's not really angry. I know she's not really angry. I don't want to push it. An angry Becca isn't someone I'd like to cross paths with in my lifetime. I've seen it happen and it wasn't pretty.
I'll stop.
I grumble, but she doesn't seem to care much, only giving me a small acknowledging nod. When am I going to the creepy house?
Look,
I need a creepy
if you
bonus.
need
If you need anything,
tell
me.
and I'll help in any way I can.
Give me the money
You
for
don't
free.
have to do this alone.
It's my job and I'm not alone. Rose is
Thanks,
there.
Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime.
Am I a teenager? Am I an adult? Why am I in a school? I've got questions. Why is she taking care of me?
And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm
You
not
can
going
give it
to
to me.
ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
Well, yeah. I don't want gifts.
The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. I have to go. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worst just because of a few unpaid debts. So she's my friend. She's not my teacher. And we have 2 different jobs. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. I still don't know why am I in school. We may argue about a lot of small petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. Oh, someone's gonna die. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Probably me because she's a serial killer. Becca's movements when she takes a quick glance at something behind me snaps out of my thoughts.
Well,
Is this
enough
Ashton?
chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute.
Why am I there?
We can catch up later.
I have
Good
somewhere
luck
to
with
go.
your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
This doesn't make sense.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan. Oh God, I hate that. Or trying at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. She's got a crush. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. This is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey,
Is she
you
sick?
sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
She's going to work. Well, I know that feeling, but
dear.
wow.
Don't you worry about me.
I've never had to go to work with someone doing the work for
I'll
me
just
because I'm
drink some
sick.
medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now, something about that strange weather not agreeing with her lately. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but you should have worn a mask. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. God, this is why people get sick, because you don't take care of yourself when you're sick. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Quarantine, Becca, quarantine. You shouldn't even be working.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you.
You talk to me, bitch.
I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh that she walked. Wait, there are countries in where there are buses. Yeah, I forgot. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she has decided on something, and taxis and trains and things like that. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. There's no label. She looks at it wearily when I place it in front of her. Becca, that's not doctor approved. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
It doesn't have a label. Where is the time? There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back
Look
to me.
who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit, because fuck Rose. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. October 21, Friday, Luxembourg City, afternoon. Oh my god, Starbucks Cafe. XR. Bryant Realty Corporation, the hotel, the library, Sleepy Ship Inn, Sir Antiques, Miss Flowers, the Kroll Bar, and the hotel at the end. It's got everything. And I'm at the school. You don't need to move anywhere else. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. And why am I going to pick her up if I'm not even in a car? The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. And I'm out of money. No wonder. Apparently, everyone in Luxembourg City knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up on the market has caused quite a stir. It's the haunted house. That's why. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We'll get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destinations. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has ways of messing things up like that. I wanted like a different background because I'm in the countryside. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again anyway. Oh, this is Ash. Hello, Ash.
Guess again.
That
Ash.
voice.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Oh, there's a Zach and an Ash.
Yeah.
Hello, babies.
She
Yeah.
even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
Yeah, because fuck
I
Rose.
see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing
I'll
it.
see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Yeah, because
Whatever.
Ashhole. Oh my
Bye.
god, I love the caption. Whatever, bye. Stupid Ashhole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. Who's tough. October 21, journal update. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. See, they cleared up all the vegetation on the chimneys and stuff. I really, really want to build it on the scenes, but I need to know the sides and the back. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. They even cleared the yard. Yet despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anselm Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Yeah, because private property. Perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under the mansion's curse, or private property. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. It's a big property, private property, and no one lives there. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at
Are
night.
you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
Oh, they gave voice even to the taxi driver. That's nice. The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been
Is there
said yet.
something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in their house doesn't want to either. I
Does
admit
he
they
have
did
an
a good
accent?
job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it.
Because they were distantly living, I guess, like in another country.
No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Charlotte was the only one that lived there, so who is distant relative?
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
Maybe they didn't want to move. He dries off after what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. You already thought it was haunted, so what the fuck, Bella? I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. Imagine if it's vampires and her name is Bella. Oh, Isabella, but after hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It's a job. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get that bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, while my own copy of the keys dangle uselessly in my hand because Rose is supposed to be there, Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Oh my god, there are pictures everywhere. Entering what greets me inside leaves me gaping. I just love the pictures, especially the two at the back. Those two characters could be in their very own Final Fantasy game. And it's like George Washington on the right, Lady of something, is that maybe Lady Charlotte or a lady from British or European country, and suddenly Final Fantasy characters. And they're the ones in the window. I just noticed that. We've got Beauty and the Beast here. I don't know if I read that one, but you had time. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched everywhere, every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. Do they get to keep the antiques? But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. No one lives there. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone because fuck the creepy bonus. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to. I call out, oh, they put an echo. That's so
Rose,
cute.
I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number. But
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
Rose is dead. What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. You said that she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. Yeah, because it's in the countryside. That sounds happen. I dial her number again, hoping the call will connect this time. Bitch, if she doesn't have a signal then, she won't have a signal now.
Dialed has not been recognized.
I mean, how did you know she even moved to a place there is signal? But to no avail. Oh boy, I have a very bad feeling about this. Go outside and call Ash.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
What if Rose never called her? It was the house calling her. Ha! Probably that's what happened. Rose entered. She got eaten by the ghost, and the ghost called her. No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her because that makes sense. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something moving along the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you?
Was there something I missed? Is this like Visage, that things happen and I wasn't looking?
Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh?
Fine, I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I try to contact her number again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. Yes, finally, 7
Hello?
days.
Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
Back at home, bitch. She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. If something comes whispering like I just did with the ring thing, it's gonna give me the chills. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer
Rose,
from her.
come on. Where are...
Can you hear me, Rose? A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
What? The attic.
Oh god, it has the glove thing. Crap, it got cut off. It's the garage ghost, isn't it? Crap, it got cut off. Oh yeah, I read that one. Man, do I really need to go? Do I really need to go there? Why people build attics? I don't. With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can contact her. But why is she there? Out of all the places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Well, you can go to the basement. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I feel better about being here. Carefully, oh, that thing started moving at the top. The light is moving. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. What I could have been in the morgue right now, doing more jobs, but you know, everything moves. It branches out to the two major wings of the mansion, the east and west wing. Why are all, oh yeah, to get the musty smell away. Make it seem airy. There are two attics here, one on each side. Why do people build attics? What is their purpose? But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase though, the stairs to the attic are steeper and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with every step. At least it's not like the tiny wooden one that you have to like pull out. Pull? Yeah, pull down from like high up in the ceiling that I see in the movies. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. Without all the places, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. It's a 600, 400-year-old mansion. We can't just go add fixtures whenever we want. Authenticity. Sheesh, they did it with the rest of the house. Authenticity. Small bedroom welcomes me at the end. Attics are supposed to be weird and creepy. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here, full of dust, worn out and faded by time, and the cleaners didn't do a good job though. Odd, I thought they cleaned everything. See? Did the crew miss this room? Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. Cleanliness should be at least the second concern because people are coming here in the afternoon, Bella. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? There is another attic, Bella. No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this state is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Attic. There are two, Bella. There are two. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Shut up, brain. You're not helping. Sorry, don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea. Right from the very start. Bitch, you haven't done anything. You didn't clean it. But nobody listened. You just went around looking at stuff. But be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all of that. Which makes me wonder, really, why the house job when you believe in shit? Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time now. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room, just to check.
What's this?
Is it a note? Did I find a note? My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. I don't see anything on the floor. It looks like... Yeah, a note! Lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Help me, Strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and live, and they certainly hadn't been here before. The cleaners, Bella. Someone must have left it in this room since then. The cleaners, Bella. Did Rose leave this for me? Maybe. Was she here a while ago? Well, yeah, you know that. I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm more it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But look at it in the picture. You're touching it. But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What?
Oh, there's a trophy. Pass it on.
Oh my god.
Find the letter. Look at my picture. Look at my eyes. That is so frightening. Nothing but the words help me fills the page. All of it seemingly written in with crimson-shaped pen. I would say that I was very good at guessing, but that's one of the screenshots they have when you're going to like buy the game, and you can see different screenshots and videos to see if you like it or not, and that was there. So I just didn't know that I was gonna find it right now. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on and on until send this to 5 people or else. Oh my god, I just got a
Send
chain
this
letter.
to 5 people or else.
I just got a chain letter. I'm so
Or
mad.
else what?
Or else
Or
what?
else what?
Or else. As quick as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. What was it with chain letters? You will have bad luck. People you love are going to die. You are going to die. And the really, really annoying ones, they had like a link and you would be rickrolled. I remember that. But there's nothing.
Oh,
Please no. My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. Is this game about fucking chain letter? Well, it does say the letter. Oh god, the game is about a chain letter. My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the side that grieves me next has me frozen on the spot. Oh fuck, that scared me. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, but no matter of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. It's a zombie. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Be brave and look up. Close eyes and pray. If I'm going to be eaten, I want to look at something else besides feet. Oh shit, I need to face it. Okay, whatever this feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. See, my own idea, a thought. Bella, I called comfort. So with a deep breath, I summoned every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my gaze upwards. Oh fuck! I told you. No, please don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me!
It's the grudge ghost. Motherfucker. I'm going to die. Did I just get a game over? No. Without thinking, I scrambled towards the door. I struggled to open it, but it won't budge. I just got a game over.
Stay away!
Go away, please, Lord. Make it go away.
Lord, make it go away!
Why now? Why won't it open now? My heart sinks as the reality dawns in. I'm locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
It slowly approaches me as I reach the doorknob. I only back and forth. Oh no, wait. Yeah. Trophy earned. Win a QTE without skipping. Okay, yes. And can't stop, won't stop. It's another one, and it is win a QTE. The door finally swings open, and I couldn't have been happier. Wasting no time, I leap out the door and don't look back. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. By the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase, my chest feels so tight like it's going to burst. That's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me, and my shoe slips and I find myself falling. Until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body, and the grudge ghost gets me. My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious. See, the grudge ghost gets me. Go away. The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. I got a game over. The boss breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. It's Roaster, you bitch. Can't I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek and something cold is slowly being pressed at the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling. Imagine if I just lay there until the people that came to the selling of the house appeared to like the open house, and it's like, boom, someone's fallen. Why don't you buy this house?
April, is she alright? Isabella? Isabella? Gosh, can you hear me? Isabella?
The fog immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice, and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me, is Rose. Rose, you bitch. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's given a straight face, or trying at least. Can't help but feel bad for making her fret. What is my character? Why am I feeling bad? Bella, you don't have to feel bad. You just fell off the fucking stairs and it's all her fucking fault. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Why is there no ambulance? I've been there for who knows how long. Well, they put the time at the top, but I didn't see it. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump has already formed, if the light ache in the area indicates anything. I'm made up. Bella, you're made of superhero stuff. Like, look at those stairs, and only a small bump.
All right, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
It's been 27 years, Bella.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
The year,
Last
Rose.
one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12. No, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
We haven't called the ambulance yet. We didn't know if we should bury you on the backyard. Sorry, this time I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. She looks the same size, well, maybe a little bit taller than Rose. And here I thought Rose is already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? Because you did a fuck-up job in the attic. But with how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit, an expensive suit at dawn. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune, which explains the attic. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I eye them overly, but recite everything as she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance.
But I didn't, because we have an activity.
Are you all right?
Exasperation soon replaces the dual ache. Memory is a little fuzzy, but the attic...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last-minute...
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure.
Unless some
Wait,
beside
didn't
the
I
cleaning
call
crew.
you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience she can muster...
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads-up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you.
Bitch, you called me that you were in the house, and I came here, and I've got shit to do but I didn't do it because you called me.
You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
Maybe if I showed the phone?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
You know, I get the creepy house bonus.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Famous last words, this is why I die, because I had a concussion. Wait, hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important step because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump, because look at those staircase. It's a flesh wound. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides,
wow,
if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Bella, your childhood was questionable. But there's also the part where I may lose that bonus BRC point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railing to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange a worried glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation if she says
right,
no.
You're in.
Smile threatens to sleep out from me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
Because, you know, finding you at the bottom of the staircase unconscious is not enough to, you know, call the ambulance. So I doubt that they'll see anything unless you fuck up and die. That might.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
But for all we know, we're still not calling the ambulance. I still don't know her name. Oh, the woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating, she's just fucking tall. Well, she is. But not in the scary negative way, she's just hot. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. I want to be her when I grow up. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. Oh my god. Yeah, I will. Never mind. At a lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question, only one. Words get caught in my throat at the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my
My
blunders.
sincerest apologies, Miss
McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch, Shirley Rose Designs, interior designer. The words interior designer catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then. I won't hold it against her though. Despite the hearsays and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I just want to see another. I suppose some people find a trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos.
Wait,
We're
wasn't
just
I
ironing
Grace?
out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough.
Am I Maria Isabella Grace Santos, and I have two second names, like a second and third name, and then my last name?
In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting.
Sorry.
If you could please.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I put out the first question that comes
I'm
to
sorry.
mind.
Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. flash of irritation across her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah Wright? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home.
It isn't bought.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but...
We're here to sell it. She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. We'll check with our supervisor. I don't know shit. Well, I don't know shit sounds nice, but this is my job. Mission status was updated. Wait, there's a relationship stat. How do I get that? Ski, backlog, save, load, new, relationship.
It is,
what the
ma'am,
fuck is relationship?
but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
No. I need to push the branching tree options. Okay. Triangles. Isabella. Hannah. Who the fuck is Hannah? Zachary. Hello, Zachary. Mary Ann. Marianne is her, right? Rebecca. Ashton. And hello, look. Okay. I can't. Oh, shit. No, wait. I can't. I want to do up and down and I can't. Why? Yeah. I can't check. But at least I know what I look like entirely. And let me see. What is branching tree? This feature shows the outline of your current chapter and has content that others might deem as spoilers. Do you want to proceed? I've already shown my entire running. The fuck do you think? Okay, let's do cancel for now. I'll check later. Journal. Undiscovered journal entry. October 17, 18, 21. So everything starts on the 21. Undiscovered journal entry. And I've got like profiles. Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. What the fuck is that name? 26 years old. 5'2". Hey, look, my height. Occupation, nationality Filipino. Do Philippine? Do people from the Philippines have so many names? Roman Catholic, fine arts undergrad, cinnamon rolls, dogs, food, police, procedural dramas, teleseries. Why is teleseries written like that? Karaoke. Third child among 7. Daughter of a laundry woman and a jeepney driver. I don't know what is a jeepney. She went to a public school and was an average student but took to art easily. She pursued a degree in fine arts, encouraged by her father. When the man was diagnosed with a terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. The aunt used to help her to get work overseas in order to earn more money. Bruce Cooper became her mentor as soon as she started as an agent. It's been 5 years since she met her neighbor Rebecca. She met Ashton, an unfortunate citizen, involving her first serial in court, and later Zachary through him. And no, wait, I want to see the profiles. I don't know Hannah. I don't know Zachary. I don't know Marianne. I don't have anyone in my journal entry. I may have had Rose, but Rose is not here. These.
What do you mean?
Oh, wait. What do you mean? I want to save. Did I say flinch when she turns her gaze on me? But I stand on my own. Let me put something else that isn't skip. Okay. When she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the
mansion
business.
is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'd surely understand.
I thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary.
She sounds like the Grudge ghost, so I'm gonna put her on speaker. She kinda scares me.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
What is my last name? With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. I just wondered... never mind. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number of our Luxborn office and check even if she didn't ask for it. I will be very frustrated if for some reason something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCullough returns, looking a little frustrated but with an apology clear in her face. Sorry. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Turns out that he thought that he or she, because I don't know who the client is, thought that if they came to the open house, it was open and they could live there for free. Yeah.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
We've still got a few minutes to double-check those papers.
Okay, got it.
The two of them disappear behind the parlor door. Their departure brings with it a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia, a temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such because, amnesia. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace and not wonder if a zombie woman is going to come up there after me. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ, and if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm, its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Or I could steal the car. Might lose a job. Might lose a friend. But I can steal the car and leave. Hugging my blazer close to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money, party. Holy fuck. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feather hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day in this. They are murmuring among themselves, looking at the state's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
I gotta show you people the attic. It's gonna be a blast. Hearing this, a few wondered to me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Miss McCullough also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches. Oh, look, it's Rufus. Shinra.
It's so nice to
Or the
finally
fucking
meet
Malfoy
you.
family.
When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior design.
Point, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
If they wink, it's gonna be like, oh yeah. Ah, they must be the clients she was talking about. I might have seen their faces somewhere before. Some magazine, or the television, or a video game. I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news. One way or another, I won't be surprised if these two already have. For people who are popular though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wondering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind though. And if I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions, I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they are brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. Or it could be one of those. The matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. My only sunshine. Oh, that's so cute. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of canceling the listing. How the fuck does she know what the inscription inside the ring is? Think about it. I just hope one of the people, unless she stole the ring. It's why I got the thing like it's in my inventory. I just hope one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so with papers in hand, I lead the way. Let me check something. Da-da-da. I'm gonna leave it here, and then I'm gonna open one more because it's been like an hour, and yeah. See you on the next broadcast.